Good evening. Glad you're here for WVLT News at 6 o'clock. I'm Ted Hall.
And I'm Amanda Hara. Thanks for joining us. Vigilante groups right here in East Tennessee are basically taking matters into their own hands, trying to bust child sex predators on social media. Law enforcement telling our Ashley Boley, though, those groups' work is all for nothing.
I don't think there's anybody that doesn't have a heart for child victims. But the vigilante groups, those actions actually hurt our cases.
Tony Willis with Knoxville Police Department's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force tells me there's extensive training law enforcement follows when luring child predators.
So that's one concern, is for their safety.
Some vigilante groups try to catch the bad men and women.
God forbid that one of these guys pulls a gun.
And that work could overlap with a law enforcement case.
Should a vigilante group do something that compromises a case that took months to develop, then we potentially lose all the evidence when that person goes back and deletes that. Or they certainly would know at that point that the evidence we're collecting, that they are a target, or they would suspect that.
And hurt the case bad enough that the predator gets away.
If a person who is a target of an investigation learns that they are, they could wipe that phone to make that evidence irretrievable. And that could mean the difference between a prosecution and an acquittal, or worst case scenario, we're unable to bring a case at all that is worthy of prosecution because we can't supply the evidence that we otherwise would.
Willis says what the vigilante groups are doing is legal, but it's complicated.
It is akin to a citizen approaching a drug house and buying narcotics and calling us and say, here you go prosecute them. Well, we can't do that.
He says none of that is controlled, witnessed, nor corroborated.
If a vigilante group somehow stumbles upon somebody that they suspect is exploiting children, tell us. They have the same obligation as anybody else.
In Knoxville, Ashley Boley, WVLT News.
If you think you have maybe seen a missing child or suspect a child may be sexually exploited, you can contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.